some of those t-shirts are cool though. That's kind of the whole meta commentary about that type of stuff is, do you want to spend it on like stat upgrades that you need, or just pointless garbage that you don't need but you think looks cool? So a lot of people, kind of understandably, especially the first one, it was a little bit tedious at times needing to get like the entry funds to do the boss fights.
Aye.
But that was kind of, again, the sort of commentary of it was like, even if you're an assassin, there'll be some bullshit bureaucracy like, oh no, you need to pay your fees, and
look at John
HMRC wants their cut and everything else. Death and taxes and all that. Just everything you could do wrong, he does wrong, but then it's never his fault. It's like, oh, the game's shit, like it's badly programmed, all that type of stuff. And he used to be a professional Street Fighter player, right? So folk have him when he's like played them. Oh shit! When he's like playing them online or whatever, and they like beat him, and then you know he'll go like, "Oh, that wasn't my fault. I did this, but like the move didn't come out or whatever." You know, like, "Oh, the controller's lagging," all that type of crap.
Oops.
But there's like a thing. There's a thing that you know, like when you're doing like in practice mode in fighting games, it comes up with your actual inputs. It will show them at the bottom of the screen. So it comes up with that, and it shows that he's just like from mashing buttons, and like he says like, "Oh, I did certain input, and like my move didn't come. I did a Hadouken and it didn't come out." But then it shows his inputs at the bottom of the screen, and it's just not a Hadouken at all.
It's like down, up, down, up, down, up, down, square.
Yeah. And he did like a sort of reaction video to one of these.
What was the urban cabinet that mad AVG?
Polybius. Polybius.
What would be a console thing? Dangerous hardware. Okay. Very Dragon Ball. What are you laughing at?
Just the way he called him a dickhead, I can just hear Travis's voice saying it.
Aye. We've just done reviews as well.
Did anybody feel much ago?
No. I was referred to as an invaluable member of the team, which is absolutely correct.
What, everyone was?
Not just me.
How did you refer to other people?
Adequate.
See, fucking, do you remember Mr. Blackburn?
Yes. PE teacher, right?
Yeah. Geography teacher, and Peter. All his, like, teachers, parents' night, whatever letter things, they were all literally identical, he just changed the name.
Fuck it. I don't know.
It was hilarious. Folks said to him, like, what's this? He was like, well, I just just no shame at all. He was like, well, do you disagree? Do you want me to write a worse one? So no, I guess that'll do, but I'm sure a few folk even had it where it was like, you know, Jamie got one that said John is or whatever, you know, one or two that he forgot to like change.
Didn't he quite tweak the text quite right? One where it's softball and
Homer's softball team.
Yeah. But then he gets the ringers in, like Daryl Strawberry and fucking I can't remember, like Jose Canseco.
Players.
Yeah. But there's the one guy who he keeps telling to shave his sideburns.
Yeah.
You know, he's not got, look, Mr. Burns, I don't know what you think sideburns are, but these aren't it. And then he shaves like kind of like the mad cut out his face, like right up to his like the top of his head.
Does
and he's
he
still
just
like,
bald,
I told you to no, he's like he's shaved like the dumbest like cut out and gone like, I told you to shave those sideburns. You're off the team. I'm like that. That's like this one guy who we're working for who just keeps going on about this format of a fucking PowerPoint presentation.
Why does he care about the format of the
Because he keeps saying we need to match what the health and safety people are doing. Keeps going on about it. Keeps going, oh, can you just update your format to match the health and safety format? It's like, It's a literal. We literally copied and pasted the fucking health and safety format. You're talking shite.
I join. Yes. Oh, sorry. Going again. Yeah, you hit L2 first. Just L2. Just L and R. And then do the switcheroo. So you can be Travis.
Seamless.
Yeah. Aye, that was superb, wasn't it? FS. Wait. Aye, that's sweet. That's strong. Wide shoot, man.
Yes.
Cat to
Didn't
it.
mean it.
I just. Oh no, I do have my superpowers equipped. So see how that. I'm pretty sure this was like a brown door, so I think that means you go into like an actual stage like this. Oh, the frame rate! What happened there? Someone, I can't even remember who it was. They said that the Switch 2 needed to be made because the original Switch had like the computational power of a smartphone or something like that, and I was like, no, it doesn't.
It's not
As bad as that.
Not as bad as that, but it's sad.
Quite good, which is nice. Although the one thing that annoyed me a wee bit is how the
We're
fuck
just
did
not
that
each
happen?
other off, sorry.
There we go. The only thing that annoyed me was
What?
so I normally play Dark Souls like a real man. What the fuck?
I think because I'm the primary, you.
Okay.
You have to come back to me. Oh no, I seen we got to play together. This is stupid. Oh, for fuck's sake! I grow wearisome of this. Just come with me.
For fuck's
That's what I'm saying. We need to go together. Right, no shenanigans. Next one. Next one. Next. There we go.
Right, there we go.
Sake.
The hell was I even saying?
I don't know.
Something about-
You know a lot of shit about it, but did you watch the second season? Okay,
yeah.
I seem to have glitched.
You hold jump.
I just don't want to go back. It was like, well, fuck you, game. It was like, strength of my will was just keeping me in it, but not enough to get me jumping over the donut. God damn it.
Yeah, season 2 I thought was good, not amazing, but yeah, good.
It's progressing well. It's back to the games. Pretty much just dragged his ass back in and went, right, back to the fucking games, cunt. That's what the people are paying for. The people who claim it's predictable, I'm like, I can't see how you saw half of what's coming.
Yeah.
Coming.
I mean, what's the main guy's name even? Just keep
Oh.
on, keep on. Oh, for
sake.
what the fuck? Right, what's the main guy's name?
Jason or something?
Jason. Like, other than the fact that I'm assuming he lives at least until, near the end.
Ah, exactly.
Other than that, you can say that's predictable, but it also, like, of course.
Fuck's sake.
Oh.
Fuck you, Capcom. Jesus. God damn it.
Must be one of those ones where it stays out for a second. Just heavy. Right, I'm gonna zap him, watch out the way.
Go for it. Sorry.
I'm gonna zap him, watch out the way, immediately jumps right in
I
front of
didn't
him.
immediately jump. I thought I'd timed it. I thought it was going to be sweet. He was going to be going blah, 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 blah. And I'd just be like, oh, up in his noise.
Yeah.
Okay.
That, I guess, would make sense, wouldn't it?
Alright, so you don't
Go in the red,
destroy
then
your
you're-
engine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so Ralph Phineas takes him back to his house and he's like, he has built like a little like skull fucking forest. There's no other way to describe it. He's taken the parts of human beings and he's just fucking made trees and shit out of them.
Aye.
And he's made a big skull tower. And well, first of all, he's named the Alpha Samson, which you're like, okay, fine. But Samson beheaded this guy and was swinging his head about like a club. Apparently that's the thing the Alpha does, it just rips your head straight off his body, including the spine, like somebody out of Mortal Kombat, and then swings it about. And that was the...
I want to say Scorpion did that, but I'm not sure. I'll be wrong there and someone will get mad at me. I play Street Fighter and Tekken like a real man, so, you know.
So they've brought the head back with him, and he's like, alright, I'll just take this head. Now, I'm not sure this is doable, but he sort of boils the head, like burns it in a furnace, and removes all the skin and flesh.
I think that is doable.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
In
be
a
an expert
furnace,
on
though?
it.
That's where I was a bit like...
Work,
I thought maybe with some sort of
Wouldn't a
pressure
furnace
cooker...
Yeah, I feel like a furnace would just sort of...
cremate you.
Yeah, burn everything, but I mean, I don't know.
And I mean, so basically he does that, he cleans the skull up, and he goes like that to the wee boy, like, why don't you find a place for it on my weird fucking, like, Christmas tree?
Him and freaking, what's his name?
I'm going to enjoy this. Get fucked, fat man.
Hod that. They were on about the Simpsons movie and just that bit. The only bit they wanted to talk about was the bit at the start where Bart's, skateboarding and he's naked.
Right.
And it's like hiding him and it's like the bush hiding him, and then there's a bit that it only shows his wee willy as he's going by. Do you remember? It's like the hole in the fence.
Right.
That was the only bit they wanted to talk about. I was like, do you remember the bit where like, no, the bit is start with Bart's willy? I was like, you're gay. You're actually gay.
When is he getting married?
A week on
Or is it-
Saturday.
A week on Saturday.
We had this teacher called Briggsy. Well, I think his name was Mr. Kennedy or some shit like that, but there was a teacher in like a story that we did who was called like Mr. Briggs, but they called him Briggsy, so, and he just pure reminded us of him, so we started calling him Briggsy, and he hated that. But you know how you would get your wee 10 minutes of reading at the start? He used to say at the end of yours, go, that shut 10 easy. So we all started saying it. So like he stopped saying it. He clearly used to smoke about 40 a day as well, because he would sit with like a bit of chalk in his hand and he would like tap it at the end, as if he was like thing me in the Harrison. So clearly he was a heavy smoker. And he was also a big smelly are Clyde a team? Is that a team?
Yeah.
Aye. I'm sure he was a mad Clyde fan. Because boys were arguing about Rangers and Celtic and all that, and he was on about some Clyde legend, and they were like, "Hey, you support Clyde, sir? Hey," you know, that type of childish behaviour. There's a lot going on in it, and deadlines and stuff, and I guess something's going on through there.
There's just a mini earthquake in the house. Yeah. Either that or the washing machine's picking up steam.
Fucking lazy skank hasn't done any washing in about 3 weeks, but then the microphones are hot, better fucking get some background noise going on.
Exactly.
Get back in there and cook me a freaking sweater. Okay, boss. I was like, I spent a good 10 seconds standing there. She was looking at me, I was like, oh, say something, but she didn't. She didn't, right.
Probably just like, what's that fucking guy dancing in front of my car?
Maybe. But the thing is she was one of those like, she's like 43, but she's still like fake tanned and dyed hair and all that type of shit. Still thinks she's a pure hot mom, and I was like,
don't want to age gracefully for some reason.
But it was one of those things where I was like, oh, I want to argue with you so much, because I know exactly what it would be. It would be like, we're only gonna be here to blah blah blah, like. I want to say like, I beg your pardon, I couldn't see your disabled badge, but you must have one.
Obviously,
you must have one.
To be parting in the disabled
if you're
bit.
parting the disabled bit.
Cunt.
And you know exactly, so we're only here to sex. Who cares?
Don't you be disabled?
Nobody else is using it. Type of that.
Where's you a cop?
All that type of shit.
Who makes you think you're better than Jesus?
She'd go, I'll wait till my man comes out, and I'd just stand there. In fact, no, I wouldn't. I'd start like stretching out my hand. He's like, okay, I'll wait for your man.
Yeah.
And he'd rush out like, here, we got a problem. I'd be like, aye, we do have a problem. He'd be like, oh, well, mate. And then he'd pull out his phone, start filming me, as if I'm the one that's kicking off. You know, like I can pure picture
Just
it.
crush it into dust.
I was just begging. So I'm there, and it was queued like fuck back in the opposite direction towards Aldi. So I just slowed down and I flashed a woman to let her go, you know, because there's a big queue, and then I was gonna go. Literally did not take, probably not even a full second longer than it would have done otherwise. Some boy behind me, about 52 years old, immediately pure beating the horn at me, and I was like, mate, what, you know, I'm hand gesturing, I'm like, what's your problem? I'm just letting her out, type of thing. Beeps the horn at me again, so I flipped him off, and then he pure overtakes, like a pure dangerous as fuck overtake, and he was doing that, like out the window.
Oh.
No, not out the window, like inside the window, like to me, driving off at 50 miles an hour, you know, in the opposite direction, and I, you know, with his fat unfuckable wife like sitting next to him, and I was just like, that's just your typical fucking world revolves around him. How dare he have to wait a second longer while I, you know, let somebody out, type of thing. And I was just like, I hope that ruined his fucking day. I hope he goes home and, you know, has a big argument with her that spirals out of control. He starts bringing up stuff from 20 years ago. I never wanted to have Waynes, all that type of shit.
I shouldn't have married you. I should have married Becky Wilson.
He stays up till 2 in the morning drinking his, you know, his best scotch.
That he was saving for his son's graduation.
Says some unforgivable things, and then both of them are just trapped in an unhappy marriage. Like, it just, I don't know, just give this guy a full backstory. But I was just like,
then she gets the butcher's knife.
Aye.
She's had enough.
But it's just, if you get that pissed off after 1 second, again, driving off towards Aldi, I'm not saying he was going to Aldi, but the hospital's the opposite direction. It wasn't school time, not that school time's an excuse anyway. He was not in a rush, is what I'm saying. There was no emergency, there wasn't someone bleeding out in the back seat.
I mean, what's been your sort of worst, like, first date experience? Going back to the dating scene. Like, have you had that? Have you had somebody trying to get dinner off you?
Not really. Nah, not really. None of them have been like pure horror stories, but there was one lassie I met, and I was like, this is a borderline catfish. Just because.
Looked nothing like her profile pic.
No, she looked exactly like her profile pic, right? But all her profile photos were from dead straight on, with her mouth closed.
Okay.
So, seeing her from a different angle, her nose from like the side looked super like weird and howling, and her teeth were howling, and I was like, oh, see that. So she hadn't lied in her photos. It was just, there was like one angle out of 360 where she looked alright, and she had found that, and all her photos were from that angle. And I was like, see, I should have asked follow-up questions.
I should have asked for a dynamic profile pic.
Yeah.
Did
I tell you I was near a guy took me a square go after the Sex Pistols gig a few weeks ago?
No.
I told you about this, no?
What?
Oh, I'm trying to remember how it started, right? It was so we went to the gig and it was all good, and then we were in some pub in town, just like sitting chatting shit or whatever, and we were getting a taco by like Central Station.
Well,
No, I mean just a
Taco
taxi.
Bell.
No, I just mean a taxi.
Oh, you mean a taxi?
Aye. By Central Station, right? And you know, there's like a queue, so we're in the queue, and I was talking to some woman who was like a teacher or something like that. We were just chatting shit, and this guy's like stood in front of me, and I can't remember why he started talking to me, but he said something, and I was on about like, oh, I think one of my so it was Ross and Ryan. I think one of them came and like sort of just stepped in front of me, and he said something like, "Oh, he just skipped you," and instead of just saying like, "Oh no, he's my pal," I was like, "Oh, I'll spread his cheeks," you know, something like pure gay like that.
Right.
And the guy kind of looked at me funny, but he like didn't say anything. So then 10-15 minutes go by, and you know, then he's in his taxi, right? So he's in the back seat, And then all of a sudden he starts kicking off, like he's going to smash me. He's like, no, let me, you know, there's like 3-4 bouncers, or not bouncers, what, security, whatever, like, in the way, right? And then all of a sudden he's like, oh no, let me out, I'm going to punch this cunt, like talking about me. And I'm sort of standing there like, what? He was like, he's a wrongin', like pure shouting to everybody. He's like, he's a wrongin'. He was on about spreading that boy's cheeks. He's a wrongin'. He's like, he should be, you know, he should be jailed and all that. And I was like, what? And you know, it's just funny because I can't remember, you know, verbatim what I was saying, but I was like, 10 minutes you were stood in front of me. You had 10 minutes to punch my cunt and you did nothing. But now that there's you know, now there's
the safety of...
Aye, bouncers in the way, and now it's hod me back, shut it. And then I just started being pure vile. He was like, you're a wrongin', you were on about spreading his cheeks. I was like, aye, I'm going straight home, I'm going to shag both of them, mate. I shagged your dad. I can't remember, you know, board forward what I was saying. I was being pure vile though. I was like, I shagged your dad, go home and ask him. You know, just pure childish stuff like that. Somebody a wee while ago, they wanted me to do some like design for them, and they said I want a highly detailed minimalist approach, and I was saying to them like,
those
those are the polar opposites.
That's an oxymoron. That's not a thing.
Those don't go together, and they were adamant. And it's not like that Peep Show bit where
it's like that Peep Show bit.
No, but it's
waterfall taps with like.
Yeah, he says like classic but modern, and you're like, don't get me wrong, the guys and obviously that's the whole gag, is like the guys are a wee dick, but that kind of is a thing. But it would be saying like, yeah. I mean, detailed and minimalist. You can't be detailed and minimalist.
Exactly. Like what is it Mark says? You can't. It's really hard to marry those two disparate styles.
Very disparate styles. Yeah.
That's absolutely right.
Well, that's the style that we want.
That's what we want.
Aye. So what I mean is like basically it was at the point where I was like, right, yeah, we're just I'm passing on this.
3 more. Right. Should be an easy one. Integrity.
I've got too much integrity.
Too much a straight arrow. Someone drops a wallet, and rather than going, this is the universe correcting, this is mine now. You go, so you've dropped your wallet.
Yep. And I've never once not regretted it, but I still keep doing it. I'll tell you about the one years and years ago. It was down at the Cross when there used to be the bank there.
Mm-hmm.
Old women, and our sort of, that's when it was like a daughter or something like that. In front of me, they walk off, there's like a tenner sitting on the ground. I'm 99% sure it wasn't theirs. Like, it was there before they like took the money or whatever.
Right.
Still pick up and I go like, sorry, is this yours? Old woman snatched it out of my hand, yeah. And walks away looking like sort of like smug. As if like sort of like, oh, brilliant.
Free tenner.
Yeah. And I was like, I should have like hooked her jaw and just took that back off her, because I was like, I'm like 99% sure that wasn't hers. Why can I never do that? I don't know what the hell's going on there.
Really stupid, and I was just like, yeah, this is the kind of idiot this guy is, by the sounds of it. Maybe he's a great foreign secretary, but the way they personify him, he's just a fucking retard.
Where can you watch South Park? Is it on
Paramount Plus?
It's Paramount Plus. I'll need to look into that because.
Well, maybe you could watch. You've got Comedy Central, do you not?
I don't know, man.
On Virgin, aye.
I'll the thing with Bobber hits. I'm hearing so much like good stuff about the
ice
series.
The ice director who shot her dog.
Oh no, I hadn't heard
about her.
Oh yeah, no. Does she not just go about like shooting puppies or something like that?
But in real life, she did shoot. She put her dog down, and she took it in the garden and shot it. That's what happened.
Aye.
And she's kind of like, oh no, I did what had to be done, sort of thing. Like, justifying her actions. So that's why all throughout the episode, she like rolls into a pet store looking for illegal aliens, and she just shoots all the dogs. There's a dog on the other side of the street, not harming anyone. Just shits. It's just so funny. Unless she's got any more shit to say.
Because when you first play it, you can't play Shinobu until you've like done all the levels, and then you can play Shinobu as well if you want.
That is exactly what Cassie looks like all the time. Except not as a dog, but I mean, honestly, she just will not sleep.
Yeah, isn't it like a
little demon that lives in his pocket,
Finished my comment.
or it's half of his Kumitei. It
What?
means like Kumitei is like sparring. Kumitei is a fight.
Oh, right. I thought it might be like a cum flavoured biscuit.
No.
Seretsu! Osu! Osu!
Os, I'm sure, is one of them things that they don't actually say.
You osu'd it. Let's get our osu on again.
It's not osu, it's os.
What? The U is silent.
Yeah.
Sensei, is this guy osu? He's pretty osu. Like, I think, yeah, like he's asking what the hell's the osu thing. Fuck off.
Just keep moving.
Okay. Cool. I wish I could have got a photo of your face there and just flashed it up on screen, because
Cool.
can he capture like that wee moment? But
Know how those timeless fairy tales? Well, I can do it better.
shite.
Well, it's just, isn't that kind of arrogant though? Like, I can do it better. I can do Star Wars better. I can do Snow White better.
I mean, Star Wars. Aye. Disney's got a good reputation as a business of maintaining IP. It's not been the best at creating new IP. I mean, if you think about
Well,
it,
no, not
like,
Disney hasn't really created any.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was just about to say. When I took a moment to think about what I was saying, I was like,
Even Mickey Mouse is a rip-off of Itchy from The Simpsons.
it's an original creation like Ricky Rouse and Ronald Ruck. Sherry Bobbins.
Here's one for you. What is the first cartoon ever made?
Steamboat Willie.
No, it isn't, but everyone thinks it is, because Disney did a whole campaign, and there's, I'm sure it still goes on today, there's a whole campaign of suppressing the earlier cartoons and that. It was an early one, but it was not the earliest. Bobo the Dog was made before it by, I want to say Fleischer Brothers, but yeah, it's 100% not Steamboat Willie, but Disney's deliberately kind of built up that lie over the years.
The narrative that was.
Use a wee example, like, I've been watching wrestling recently, and someone kind of made the point to me. He was like, I just want somebody to stay in the ring and try and pin someone. And I was like, aye, no, good point. Every match, 5 seconds in, folk are doing backflips over the top rope, off the top rope, out to the floor, out the ring. And like, that used to be cool when A, not many folk were doing it, and B, it was like this pure intense rivalry, and it was like, oh, I need to pull out all the stops, like I need to put my own body at risk here and like take him out. They do it straight away.
Nah.
And it's getting faker and faker because they're trying to make it safer and safer because everybody wants to do it. So like, it's at the point where there's just 3 or 4 guys standing outside doing nothing to catch the dude doing a backflip. And you're like, it just looks fake as shit.
Nah.
It's like everybody just stop doing backflips for a wee while and then start bringing it back gradually. Do it once in a while. You go, oh, look at that.
You can't overplay it into it's like a ballet. You can't do a pure triple sow cow every time.
Aye.